Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
I missed you.
Oh,
You're so pretty.
thank you.
Do you believe me?
I definitely do.
Oh, it's Leo season.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Are you really?
I'm
Or
not
do you
really.
keep forgetting?
I keep forgetting. Every day is a battle to remember my birthday. Yeah. I'm not like as eager about my birthday as I used to be.
So why do you think you're not as eager?
I don't know. I keep forgetting. I guess because I feel like there's not really. I feel like there's so much like other stuff on my mind rather than my birthday. Like I'm so occupied like mentally,
Yeah, I get
so I
that.
don't really have like the time to think about myself or myself in the context of a birthday. I guess. I mean, yeah. Like I guess it's been weird because over the years I've been having less and less friends. And losing more friends and losing connections with people.
Yeah.
Because like I think at some point I changed my number and I lost my phone, so I lost a lot of like contacts with like a lot of people. I'm not on social media as often as I would like. So it's so weird because I think when people spend their birthdays with friends or whatever, they have outings, they do stuff, and I don't really like have that.
Yeah.
Right? So I tend to like forget that it's my birthday because I don't really have like plans.
Yeah.
Like I'm busy and I'm also like I don't expect anything. There are no expectations from anyone except you to do anything.
So you expect me to do something?
I expect everyone to forget, and that's really it. Yeah.
That's interesting. Interesting. So for you, birthday has more to do with like friends and family and like gatherings, and so it's a celebration with other people.
I mean, that's how I grew up. And that's how I grew up with it. Like it used to be like I if I can find like some of my baby pictures, we'll find like pictures of my first or second birthday. I can't remember. Not that I remember. And it was in the garage at our old house, and it's a very dilapidated house, but in the garage, we'd have birthday parties in the garage, and they had invited the whole neighborhood.
So cute.
Right? And I was a baby, and then my mom would be holding me up in the picture, and my dad probably took the picture, maybe, possibly. Yes. Or some random chick as well, like a cousin or some girl in the neighborhood just holding me like this. And I was just like, all right, guys. And that's how like birthdays have been, I think, I guess, until recently. When when it's your birthday, your parents just buy you this big cake. They don't do parties anymore.
I mean, we're in a pandemic.
Yeah. But before the pandemic, it used to be like, I think my birthday was just associated with like other people.
I get that.
Like even like my first grade birthday. Yeah.
Was about the class
Yeah.
and the cake.
I brought the big cake to class. So it feels weird celebrating it on my own.
Oh wow. I think I started celebrating my birthday when I was alone. Because I never really celebrated my birthday when I was with people. So when I was younger, it wasn't really a thing. But when I was alone in uni and I could just be alone and be myself and be free, I would take myself out. And I remember my first birthday alone, I took myself to Muizenberg Beach, and I sat by the beach. I bought myself ice cream, and then I had like a mocha, which was amazing, and I just ate and I just sat by the beach and went swimming in the ocean, came out, I was just chilling by myself, and it was such a good time. And then the one birthday I did celebrate with people was my 21st birthday, where I took everyone to Rotanga Junction when it was still open. Is it still open? It's gone.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, and we're all high on edibles. And then we went on all the rides, and it was so much fun. Like roller coasters was too high. Amazing. I had such a good time. Musake didn't want to go because he thought he was going to die. So we were literally there. They were leading us in, and he ran away. He just grabbed me aside. He's like, I can't do this. And ran. And I was
I just see him doing it. Oh,
I was like,
so
where
cute.
you crying? And then we found him sitting outside. It was so much fun. I had such a good time.
I was
I mean,
crying.
minus the white people just staring at me all the time because I have my hair like pom-poms and stuff.
Cute.
I looked so adorable. I wish I had pictures. I probably do, but I don't know where to find them. I was so cute. So cute. And I had a really good time. I didn't have a lot of people because I don't have like a lot of friends. Like I did invite some friends, but then not a lot of people came. And I wasn't really like offended or anything. Like people are busy, and my birthday is always during exam seasons, October. So people are just like, yeah, I need to get my exams correct. But I had such a good time, and the people that were there had such a good time. It was nice, but I did prefer spending it alone.
I actually can't remember my 19th birthday.
Was that when we were together?
No. This was before we met.
Okay.
I can't believe you go to uni at 19. That's ridiculous.
Right.
Like, oh my god, I'm such a baby. What the fuck?
Honestly.
Oh, wow. I can't remember because I was in the pits of depression, so
Yeah.
I can't really remember what I did on that day. Maybe I had like lunch with Sam or something like that.
Probably.
Maybe we did something. I don't know. But I can't remember. My 20th birthday was when we were together. Did we do anything specific?
Probably.
Oh yes, we went to Hare Krishna.
That was a blast.
It was
We went to
beautiful.
Hare Krishna, we got you cake, and we were whining, we're like, we're gonna eat so much. But the thing with Hare Krishna food, right, is that it hits. So you can only have like one plate, and they give you so much food, and when it hits, you can't have any more.
And we wanted to have the cake.
And a cake and sweets and a pizza.
And my knitting sticks. Oh my goodness.
Oh my! I remember I made you this whole. I found an artist. I put your picture on the canvas, and then I got you like knitting needles because you're like, I want to learn how to knit, and those were like 20 rand or something. And the canvas was, money, right? And then you were so excited over the knitting needles. I was so mad. And I remember when I came home with the present and I wanted to hide it, right? And I thought you wouldn't be in the living room because you're always in the room. But then for some weird-ass reason, you were in the living room. You were in the living room and I was like, oh shit, so now I'm sneaking and I'm trying to hide it behind the couch. And you're like, what are you doing? I was like, oh snap, my bad. You here? Don't look. And you loved the knitting needles more than this expensive ass painting.
I mean.
You broke the knitting needles though.
I didn't break them. They bent. They're bent. They were not broken at all.
I'll buy you new knitting needles.
I think now that I think about it, it became very clear to me why I loved the knitting needles more than the portrait. Like I love the portrait. Like I've never had anyone make a portrait for me like that. Like so much effort and work and printing and all that
and
stuff.
Money.
And money. I've never had that. So it is very special. But why I was so excited about the knitting needles because I was getting this opportunity to learn something new.
Which you love.
I love that shit. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make all sweaters for everyone and all the children.
You still didn't finish my scarf though.
I want to now. But birthdays not a fave.
Not a fave.
But I guess
I think I like our birthdays together.
I love them too.
I like doing everything with you. So when I get to spend time with you, and any excuse, I take it. Even though I spend time with you all the time, but if it's like, oh, it's different now,
it's a different setting.
It's a different setting. It's really nice. I like taking us on dates and stuff. I really
love that shit.
I enjoy being together and just finding an excuse to be extra together.
I love that shit.
I love that shit. And birthdays, I guess, are just that nice excuse for me now.
What were your birthdays like before?
When I was a kid. I didn't celebrate my birthday.
Because you never talk about it. Like, every time I asked you about it, I was like, why do you hate birthdays? Like, I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't want presents. I don't want gifts. I don't want love. And I'm like, why?
I don't say I don't want love.
But that's what it sounded like to me.
I don't know. I guess, God. Growing up, I don't know. I had a weird growing up thing. I'm a middle child. Right? And my mom wanted, like, a boy and a girl. And just 2 kids and she was done. And when I came out, she thought I was a boy, but then I wasn't. So I always felt this sort of abandonment from my mom. So this one time I asked for a cake and then she couldn't get it for me, right? And I had told my entire grade that I was going to bring a cake, right? And it didn't come and I was just very, very upset, And I was like, I had expectations and then they weren't met. So I just thought, it's better if I just don't have expectations. And I guess it's worked out in a sense, like my whole family thinks I'm so strong or whatever, but it's just it was more like just giving up I think people have put so much stress on the importance of birthdays and things like that. And I think after hearing your story of how the whole neighborhood would come and they would lift you up and doing all these things, I kind of get it's like bringing communities together and stuff like that. But I've never felt that way. I've never felt like I belonged anywhere, even within my immediate family and extended family. I just constantly felt like an outcast. So being around these people was more like torture than anything else. And no one ever congregated for my birthday. I was never the flower girl to anyone's wedding. I just was constantly left out. So I just stopped expecting a community to be around me and celebrate me. So that's why I just don't do birthdays. You're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry.
Are my family? You're
I
my
know.
community.
I know.
And I will praise you always.
Aww. Okay.
I think it's really funny because that's how I feel now. I guess for me, it's weird how even though I had community back then, I don't really, not that I didn't really feel close to this community. Like I'm sure my relationships with these people were genuine, but it didn't feel genuine. Like I always feel like there's this wall that separates me from other people. And it's not like self-imposed, although it probably is, but it always is just very difficult to connect. So as I've aged, I've just found myself less motivated to do so. I partly blame you for that because I do because I think after meeting you I kind of had a different idea and different expectations of what connections could look like for me. So now it's very difficult to and now I've realized how difficult it is to find actual connections that I like. So it's very scary. But also but also as the age of 23 comes upon me, I realize that I haven't really been myself. Like I've been myself with you 100%, but I haven't had the courage to be myself outside and just express myself and my likes, my dislikes, and my thoughts. So I've been feeling kind of lonely, but not necessarily for people, but more for myself in a sense, because I'm just struggling with it just being genuinely me and out.
I get that. I get that, definitely. That was deep.
That's how I felt when you were talking.
Really?
Yes, you went through your childhood distress.
But you asked me about it, and I guess we've never really talked about it. Because I disassociate, so I just say these things don't affect me, and I just block them out and ignore them for the rest of my life until you ask me about it. So I blame you for confronting my childhood traumas, all of them.
Oh my god!
But I love you, and I appreciate that about you. We will celebrate your birthday.
Yeah,
we will celebrate. We'll have a vlog about it. We're gonna bake, right? I think. Or we're just gonna get like a cheesecake.
No, we must bake.
We must bake.
We have to.
Okay, we're going to bake.
We're gonna
have a nice vlog. We haven't done those in a while. So I'm really excited. So this is the intro after the podcast.
Yeah, we forgot to do it. We got so engrossed.
Yeah, it was an impromptu recording.
Yes. So just to clarify, my name is Dumi.
And I'm Ru.
And we are Rumi of Le Unlearn or Les Unlearn, whichever one,
floats your boat. Is that the saying?
I feel like it doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it's okay.
It don't matter. Okay.
And this episode is basically like a rambling that we did about, our thoughts and feelings centered around our birthdays. I think it was very random.
Yeah.
So if we're going to call this segment something, we're going to call it It's Not That Deep, because it really turned out so deep at the end when we really didn't think it would.
Yeah, so I guess it'll be It's Not That Deep, but it is. So thank you for listening to the first episode of the segment It's Not That Deep, but it is.